second biomacromolecules, they are responsible for formation of protein. There are around 300 naturally occurring amino acids, but only 20 are in standard form for the formation of proteins. Being a building block of protein, they are also encodes our DNAs and RNAs. Rather than coding amino acids, there are also some non-coding amino acids who are not present in our genetic material, like hydroxyproline from proline and hydroxylysine from lysine. So we are talking about amino acids, in which now we will do Zwitter ion. In chemistry, Zwitter ion is nothing but one kind of salt, those who are having equal amount of positively charged and negatively charged ions, or we can say like amino acid kind of ions. So to understand it, let us make the chemical structure of amino acid. The 4 attachment side, the carbon, this is our alpha carbon, or we also call it centromere, or we call it chiral carbon, because it is having 4 different attachment side for different functional group. Start from here, COOH, that is carboxyl group, NH2 amino group, this is RH. R is side chain, and as per different amino acid, the side chain will be different. Like as in the introduction only we have done, we have to study 20 standard amino acids. Let us take an example of glycine. So in glycine, R is equal to H. So if here I am keeping H, this structure is of glycine. Same as in alanine, R is equal to CH3. So if we keep here CH3, this will be the structure of alanine. So R will be differed. The side chain will be differ in different amino acids, and we have 20 standard amino acids, and each and every amino acids are having different side chains. Now, as per the side chain, different kind of functional group, there is also 3 different categories for amino acid. Because amino acids in nature, we call them amphoteric. Amphoteric means they have both acidic and amino group together. So the compounds who are having acidic groups and amino group in equal quantity together, we call them amphoteric in nature. Next point is isoelectric point of amino acid. So next property we will have to learn, that is isoelectric point. What is this isoelectric point? Isoelectric point is a point over where biomolecules start to become a Zwitter ion. Means they will be having ability for the ionization of their Zwitter ion, ionization of their amino group, solubility, which we call. Proteins are one kind of isoelectric point, because at one specific point the Zwitter ion of a protein, means the amino acid, will be start to be ionization, means solubilization. So at this point our protein will be solubilized. So this kind of thing is called isoelectric point. And as per isoelectric point, we have 5 different kind of amino acids. Those we will categorize now. On the basis of the structure and their chemical reaction, there are also classification of amino acids, and they are broadly divided into 7 different categories on the basis of their structure and chemical reactions. Acidic, basic, or amino also we call them, neutral, S containing, that is sulfur containing, then alcoholic, aromatic and heterocyclic. So 7 categories of amino acids we have: acidic, amino, neutral, S containing, aromatic, alcoholic and heterocyclic in nature. These all 7 categories are dependent as per their chemical reactions as well as the structural properties. Acidic amino acids are having carboxyl group as their functional group. So the example is aspartic acid and glutamic acid. In other words, we also call aspartate and glutamate. Basic amino acid who are having NH2 group, and the example is glycine. Neutral who are having both COOH group as well as NH2 group, and the example is lysine. Whether sulfur containing amino acids who are having sulfur as their functional group. So the example is serine. Alcoholic amino acid, example is cysteine. And here carboxyl and amino group would be as per the ring cyclic structure, and heterocyclic who are having nitrogen group in their chemical structure, and the example is tyrosine, tryptophan and all. So these are the 7 categories of amino acids as per their structural and chemical reactions. On the basis of the availability of amino acid, or we can say as per our needs, our requirement or our ability to synthesize them in our body naturally, or if we will have to supplement this amino acid biologically or outside from our body, means from food or from the environment. So as per that, there are 2 categories of amino acid: essential amino acid and non-essential amino acid. Essential amino acids are not synthesized by our body, means our body cannot synthesize them, and that is why we have to supplement them to our body. And non-essential amino acids are directly synthesized by our body biologically. So some examples I will give you. Here histidine, then threonine, tyrosine. These all we cannot synthesize. Whether here glutamate means glutamic acid, aspartic acid, we can synthesize in our body. So this is about amino acids. Amino acids are the building blocks of protein. That is our next biomolecule we will have to study. They are also encode our DNAs and RNAs. The important property of amino acid which we have learned, that is Zwitter ion, and then after isoelectric point. And 2 kind of classification, one as per the chemical reaction, 7 categories are there, and next is the essential and non-essential amino acid. So in biomolecules, your smallest part is amino acids. Very easy as well as interesting. I hope you people have understood it and properly you people will study it. Thank you.